This is a developing story out of the wrestling world, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. EU star Rebel has just announced a devastating new diagnosis, revealing she's been diagnosed with terminal ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, while awaiting lung surgery. This comes after a long medical journey where she previously revealed a lung cancer diagnosis and issues affecting her mobility. She shared this emotional update on May 1st, the start of ALS Awareness Month, expressing gratitude for support from AEW's Tony Khan and her fans as she faces this incredibly challenging time and prepares for what's ahead.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Meanwhile, the booking strategy in AEW is under the microscope. One analyst is questioning the frequent narrative of babyfaces, specifically will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, overcoming dire physical conditions and injuries to win matches. While this can be compelling, the argument is that this approach, also seen with Bryan Danielson and Darby Allin, is becoming repetitive and could be exhausting the fan base, potentially taking away from the pure in-ring action. Shifting gears, we're revisiting a career-defining moment. Ruby Soho is reflecting on her explosive AEW debut at All Out 2021. She shared how incredibly powerful it was to hear the crowd chanting her new name before she even appeared, a moment she still gets chills thinking about. Soho emphasized that her impactful entrance stood tall even alongside other major debuts that night, like those of Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole, highlighting the significance of that night for her career. And Rebel's announcement continues to resonate, with wrestling outlets and fans sending their support. It's a stark reminder of the human element behind the spectacle. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our breaking news updates and in-depth wrestling coverage. Former TNA and AEW talent Rebel, real name Tanea Brooks, has received a devastating diagnosis of terminal ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. The 47-year-old Oklahoman revealed the news in a video update on May 1st, stating that doctors at the Mayo Clinic discovered the progressive neurodegenerative disease while she was awaiting lung surgery for previously diagnosed masses on her lungs. Rebel, who has been absent from AEW for the past 2 years due to various health issues, explained that the ALS diagnosis clarifies her struggles with walking, talking, and the use of her right hand, which she had previously attributed to a functional neurological disorder. ALS is a terminal illness with no known cure, leading to muscle paralysis and typically death by respiratory failure. Brooks expressed gratitude for the prayers and support she has received during her 2-year medical journey, acknowledging Tony Khan and AEW for their unprecedented support. She is now preparing for the future and the inevitable decline of her functions, asking for continued prayers for a peaceful journey and passing. The wrestling community has already begun offering an outpouring of love and support to Rebel and her family following this difficult announcement. AEW's recent booking strategies for top babyfaces, Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, are facing scrutiny for an over-reliance on the overcoming dire conditions narrative. While there's inherent merit in showcasing babyfaces battling adversity, including injuries, the repeated use of this storyline is beginning to fatigue the fanbase. Both Ospreay, currently on an upward trajectory with his high-octane offense, and veteran Kenny Omega, grappling with a history of physical ailments, are being portrayed as battling through significant setbacks, including Ospreay's recurring neck issues and Omega's near-fatal bout of diverticulitis. This approach, particularly when both stars feature on the same show, leads to constant teases of referee stoppages and announcer outrage, creating an emotional drain for viewers who are left primarily in a state of concern rather than outright support. This pattern echoes AEW's previous booking of Bryan Danielson during his retirement tour, where each match was imbued with the fear of him not finishing healthy. Darby Allin also occupies a similar narrative space, though his booking emphasizes match brutality rather than specific, ongoing injuries. While a babyface doesn't need to be invincible, the reliance on this repetitive template for AEW's top stars is being questioned. Fans desire to rally behind their favorites, not solely worry for their physical well-being. The current narrative, though stemming from the genuine seriousness of these ailments and naturally becoming part of the match story, detracts from the core enjoyment of watching skilled competitors perform at their best. Ruby Soho, the dynamic force in professional wrestling, recently reflected on her monumental AEW debut at All Out 2021, a moment she ranks among the pinnacles of her career. Speaking on the Fusion Ha podcast, Soho recounted the electric atmosphere as fans chanted her new name, a moniker she cherishes due to its origin and the blessing she received. For those people to be chanting my new name before I even came out, I still get chills, Soho shared, emphasizing the immense effort invested in the online teasers that preceded her arrival. She expressed profound gratitude to the Chicago crowd, a city holding a special place in her heart, and noted that her debut, while perhaps not eliciting the loudest cheers, held up against the highly anticipated arrivals of wrestling titans Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole on the same electrifying night. Soho has since been absent from television since 2024, dedicating her time to her family as she and husband Angelo Parker welcomed their child. This period of absence highlights a significant personal milestone alongside her celebrated professional journey. In a devastating health update, AEW star rebel, real name Tanea Brooks, has announced a terminal diagnosis of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. The wrestling veteran, who has been off television since 2022 due to a complex medical journey, shared the somber news in a video statement on Friday. This latest diagnosis follows an earlier battle with primary pulmonary lymphoma, a rare form of lung cancer, for which she received a diagnosis over a year ago after discovering masses in her lungs in the spring of 2024. Brooks tearfully explained that while awaiting surgery for her lung condition, doctors made the grim discovery of ALS. She cited the disease as the cause for her recent difficulties with walking and talking, and expressed uncertainty about her prognosis due to limited research on ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Throughout her challenging medical ordeal, Brooks expressed profound gratitude towards AEW President Tony Khan and the promotion for their unwavering support, calling it an unheard of blessing. She concluded her statement with a heartfelt plea for continued prayers for a peaceful journey and a peaceful passing. The announcement comes on May 1st, marking the beginning of ALS Awareness Month in the United States, a time dedicated to supporting patients and advancing research for the neurodegenerative disease.